The metallic clang seemed to startle the figure, which dissolved into the shadows. Clara's instinct screamed at her to leave, but as she turned toward the front door, she found it had vanished. In its place was a solid wall, the peeling wallpaper mocking her with its floral pattern. Her breathing quickened as she spun around, searching for another exit. The house seemed to shift around her, the layout no longer matching what she had seen earlier. A guttural laugh echoed through the halls, low and menacing. Clara felt an icy hand grip her shoulder. She screamed and spun around, but there was no one there. Her phone slipped from her grasp, the light extinguishing as it hit the floor. She crouched to retrieve it, her fingers trembling, and as she straightened, she found herself face to face with a grotesque apparition. The entity's face was a twisted mask of agony, its eyes hollow sockets that seemed to pull her in. Its mouth stretched unnaturally wide, revealing jagged teeth that dripped with a black, viscous substance. It raised a skeletal hand and pointed at her, its bony finger inches from her face. "You shouldn't have come," it rasped, its voice like the grinding of stones. Clara bolted, her terror giving her speed. She ran blindly through the house, her path lit only by the sporadic flashes of lightning from the storm brewing outside. The walls seemed to close in around her, the whispers now a deafening cacophony. She tripped and fell into a room she hadn't seen before, the door slamming shut behind her. The room was empty except for a large mirror that stood in the center. Its surface was tarnished and cracked, but as Clara approached, her reflection was clear. Too clear. The version of herself in the mirror smiled wickedly, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. The reflection raised a hand and pressed it against the glass, and Clara felt a cold, invisible force grip her wrist, pulling her closer. Her screams echoed through the manor as the mirror's surface rippled like water. The reflection stepped out, its wicked grin widening as it took her place. Clara's body went limp as she was dragged into the mirror, the glass solidifying behind her. The reflection, or whatever had taken her form, turned and walked out of the room, its footsteps echoing in the now silent house.